Hi guys. So I have been sitting on this idea of starting a video podcast. Now imagine that this is like a test run of that. I've been dreaming of calling it Build Your Imagination or Build Your Dream. And in this video, I kind of just wanted to do like a little test run of that, but I also wanted to just kind of talk about it and put it out there. I think at this point, this might be my third video into just like this new chapter of my life. And I just really want to put this out there and talk about it as the ideas are coming up. I know that for those of us that want to be entrepreneurs, like it's so easy for an idea to come and go without us acting on it. That's 1,000% my story. So in this, I just kind of want to do what's on my mind without trying to get all technical and worry about the tech and how to start a podcast and da 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 da. Like, I just want to film the video. So that's what this is. It's in like probably the lowest quality it could be in, but I'm gonna post it anyway and I'm gonna film it anyway because I would like spending the next 2 hours trying to make sure that my settings are right for the back camera and making sure that my quality on my Sony ZV-E10 is perfect, even though I don't know how to work it yet. Like, spending the time on those things as opposed to just making the video and talking, I feel like is the wrong move. It's been the move I've been making for the longest time now, years, honestly. But I feel like this is the right move at this point. So yeah, I just want to talk about it. But basically, take this as episode 1 of my video podcast, my new podcast. It's Build Your Imagination is what I'm thinking, or Build Your Dream, something like that. Again, this is just an idea, but what I've been sitting on is that something I've been really interested in is operations, and I've been very inspired by people like Natalie Dawson, who co-founds and runs Cardone Ventures, and Layla Hermosi, who co-founds and runs acquisition.com. For some reason, those two women in business are like legends to me. I don't know why, but operations is just something that I feel naturally drawn to. I think in systems and plans and how to run things, and I love the idea of understanding the behind the scenes of a business. And I'm fascinated with things like how business operates. Specifically, I'm very one of my favorite businesses out there is Disney, but from a business perspective. So like I'm very curious as to how Disney creates Disney magic and the behind the scenes of it all. Like I would love to sit with an Imagineer or to pay money. I think they do tours. So like I would love to just do a tour one day of the Disney brand, of Disney behind the scenes, because I'm just so fascinated on how it can be so fun and run so well operationally on the front end that I'm just so curious. As someone who does think operationally, I guess, or just wants to learn more about it. But I was thinking of calling this podcast Build Your Imagination or Build Your Dream because I, at one point in my life, was very fascinated with working with people that wanted to build businesses, whether that's an idea from the ground up, like a very, very starting point, stage 0 type of situation, or, someone that has 500 employees, like the Natalie Dawsons and Layla Hermosis of the world. Like, I'm very fascinated with that process and that journey. I've been an employee for 10 years now, and I've just seen so much good. Mind you, I've been an employee, but I've also been a lead. I've been in a management position. I've seen the behind the scenes of that process as within retail, and I'm really curious as to how that would go within the digital world or how that is within digital. But at the same time, because of my retail background, I'm really fascinated with things like Disney World, with how in-person experiences run and operate so seamlessly. Again, at least publicly or front-facingly. I'm just so curious about that, and I would really love to either build that with someone or run that for someone, operate that for someone, build the building blocks, the little missing or the little detailed pieces of that process and journey from business foundation to employee formation to scaling, setting up departments, making sure things run seamlessly all around within business, from $0 to $1,000 to $1 million to $100 million, to from one employee, from 0 employees to you being the only employee of your business, to again 500 employees. Like, that journey has always seemed fascinating to me, and that is why the idea for this podcast kind of came up in my head, because I'm very fascinated with the wonder and the fun, the inspiration, the imagination of a company like Disney. And I'm really fascinated by operations. And so, because of that, the name Build Your Imagination or Build Your Dream kind of keeps floating in my head. And I do think that because I didn't have this podcast out, or I just didn't openly talk about it to like-minded people, I think I just had this stagnation of just like, I never talked about it online. I never posted the content. I never got it out of my system. So it just always sat there floating around and around and around in my head, driving me nuts. So that's really what this is. I'm going to say this is episode 1 of that journey of the unnamed and unlaunched and uncreated podcast. But this is the video of that podcast. But yeah, I'm very fascinated for those of us that have businesses. Like, I don't know, that journey from 0 employees to 1 to 2, and then working together to achieve that goal of sales, to achieve that goal of, customer experience, to selling your products, to creating your products. Like, that's just so interesting to me. It always has been, and I don't know what it is that just fascinates my brain. But again, I just really think, like, understanding a company like Disney that exists, and all the people that it takes to create the experience of what Disney is, it's just so fascinating to me. And again, I really do, like, in another life, I'm an Imagineer of some sort, but like, I just, I've always had the idea that maybe I could do that one day. I could build something like that one day. I can be a Natalie Dawson. I can be a Layla Hormozi, but as myself, as Tamara Lynn, you know what I mean? It's just a dream I think I wanted to share that. I don't know if anyone has seen my video on, I don't know if I'm posting this on a vlog channel or if I'm posting this on a podcast channel, but on my vlog channel, my Tamara Lynn channel, I just posted a video talking about how, I've always had these ideas circulating within my brain, and I never took action on them. I've always just had ideas and I let them go by. And I just think that this is one of those major things that always comes back to me when I think, like, oh, I should try to do something. Like, oh, I should start a business. Like, I've always thought I should start my own operations agency or company, or just using that interest in the natural skill sets that I feel like I have into helping build businesses from the ground up and building that infrastructure of someone's imagination and someone's dream, I think there's a quote that I thought of. I think I said, build your imagination, or build the infrastructure that builds the imagination. Something like that. Build the infrastructure that builds the dream. I think that's that's something that it was. But it just it really like ignites the whole imagination to infrastructure to building that up into something that exists in the real world. I really am, I don't know, that journey is what solidified the fact that I really am interested in business, and I really am interested in entrepreneurship as a whole, So yeah, I don't even know if I have anything else left to say. I think I'm just in the beginning of my journey, and this is what's coming up for me. But I also know that I've always wanted a podcast. Like, I've wanted a podcast for maybe a year or 2 now, and I've never taken the steps to actually do it. I created a podcast I created one episode a while ago talking, like, rambling about self-improvement, I think. And even up until a couple days ago, I was going to go down a rabbit hole of self-improvement and really try to build a career out of self-improvement because I'm on a personal self-improvement journey. But again, if you look at the last video on my vlog channel, it's called The Story of a Failed Entrepreneur. And I watched that video, and after rewatching it from over a year, or after rewatching it a year later, I should say, it really just brought back to myself that I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur and I've always wanted my own business. And as much as I'm on a self-improvement journey, that doesn't mean that I then need to shift into building a career on self-improvement. I feel like I just need something to really mark my self-improvement journey, to really start that for me, to really push myself into a completely different direction that improves my personal growth. And I just feel like doing things like this is doing that for me. I feel like I've always wanted to talk about business. I just haven't really had anyone to relate to me, And it's so interesting because I'm married. Like, I have a wife that is in a completely different space than I am. Like, she's not into business and entrepreneurship. She's interested in it, but it's not something she wants to build her career on, whereas I do, So every time I vent and tell her every little detail about entrepreneurship and business, it's like we talk about it. She's interested in it, but she's not actively in the same position that I am. She's not in the same experiences that I am because I'm the one that wants to be an entrepreneur. You know what I mean? So this video and posting videos like this as of this moment is really helping me hard launch my self-improvement journey because I'm really getting it out there, And I feel like for entrepreneurs or failed ones, entrepreneurs or failed entrepreneurs like me, or I just feel like things like this are what matters. This is the successes. These are the wins that I feel like we need to stack in order to get to the next level of even being that stage 0 entrepreneur. You know what I mean? Like, to even reach that next level, I feel like we need this. And we need to let go of structure and what we thought was right and the loops and identify what the actual F is important. And so for me, it's not planning out the next thing, and it's not finding the best planner, and it's not creating the best system or finding the best paper to write things on. It's literally it's not even finding the best camera or the best quality settings or setting up the thing before we actually do the real meat of what it is. So for me, instead of planning out the next video, if I feel inspired to do it, what I should do next is open up my dang phone, hit record, talk to you guys, stop the video and post it. Like, it sounds so basic in hindsight, but it really is. Like, in the moment, every other thing matters more than literally just filming the video. Do you know what I mean? Like, I could have been doing this and I haven't. So it's just so funny in hindsight, but I don't know why or when this level of clarity clicks when you're on your own. But I think it just did for me. I do think having a community of like-minded people would probably help this moment arrive faster for someone. Like, I wish I had that. I'm on year 8 of wanting to be an entrepreneur, and I think I've just arrived here. But mind you, I did this all on my own. Like, I have never connected with a community of like-minded individuals when it comes to I want to start a business. But yeah, I just hope this can be a sign of community and finding a group of people that you can relate to. But also going back to the whole build your dream of it all or build your imagination of it all, this podcast. I don't know. I think I'm going to stop thinking things out and I'm just going to start doing things. And I find it just interesting that when I allowed myself to do that and put myself in this mindset that this is what's coming out, it's not things that I thought it would have been. Like, I one time pursued being a Disney creator. I one time pursued being a beauty creator or a lifestyle creator, working with brands and all that other stuff. Like, I led with all that. But I think those are interests of mine. But if I think about who I am to my core, it's like I've always wanted to do this. Like, I've always wanted to be in the business space and in the entrepreneur space. So little by little, brick by brick, I feel like that's going to end up coming out of me, the more I let myself be in this mindset and in this headspace, and giving myself the freedom to just be, just let whatever comes out, comes out. So yeah, I think this is doubling as whatever Build Your Imagination is, and then a self-improvement type of podcast episode. But that's fine. I just feel like that's the point, to let whatever comes out naturally at this stage. I'm at stage 0. This is literally video 3 for me. So I'm just going to let whatever comes out come out, and we will see what happens in the next few videos. But it sounds exciting, the impossible opportunities of it all. So yeah. Okay. I'm going to go. I will see you guys in the next video, the next episode. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. And I hope you guys have the best day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.